Well, good morning, everybody. They say a week is a long time in politics. Well, yesterday, Todd Muller proved that 24 hours is also a long time in politics. And so from yesterday's resignation 24 hours ago to the election of Aunty Jude, the Crusher Collins, as a new National Party leader, is probably game on now for the election. Can National win? Well, all indicators are that it's going to be extremely, extremely difficult. But the National Party faithful will be ecstatic this morning to see that their favourite daughter, Aunty Jude, is now in control. And I think there's every expectation that she will lead the National Party to at least 40% of the vote. Will it go higher? Who knows? But it's game on, it's battle on. Labour's worst nightmare has come true. But at the moment, I will still say it won't be enough to see National topple Labour. But as we've seen, 24 hours, it's a long time in politics. You only need one major event to completely turn things around. And for National, I think the choice of Judith Collins will be very good for them. I don't think it's going to be good for Winston, but again, time will tell. So what happened? By all accounts, and Todd's a very nice person. I've only met him a couple of times, but he seemed a very nice person. But Todd never did exhibit the passion and the emotion and the leadership that was needed. He seemed very much like the opossum caught in the headlights. And that's not going to be Judith Collins. I know Judith, not hugely well, but like the media reports, she knows what she's about. And she's no shrinking violet, and she'll take the game to Jacinda. And so we'll watch and see how that plays out over the next, 65 days or so. So what went wrong for Todd? Where did it all go wrong? Within the week, it was clear that Todd had probably overreached. He'd gone a step too far, and he didn't seem comfortable or cut out to be leader of the opposition. But the other big factor, the one that really led to Todd's downfall, was Michael Woodhouse. Here's a man that Todd kept beside him all the time. In fact, if you look at all the reports, it's Woodhouse that's beside Todd and not Nikki Kay. Nikki always seemed to be slightly in the background. But who was Michael Woodhouse? Well, this is the man who for about 8 hours kept secret the fact that he had knowledge of the contact made by those two ladies who had arrived from the UK. He kept it secret so that he could indulge in political point scoring at question time. He decided that political point scoring was more important than the health of the nation, and so delayed the ability of contact tracing by the health department. And that sort of behavior was reprehensible. But was he admonished by Todd? No, just let it slide. Second, it was reprehensible that Mr. Woodhouse concocted the story about the homeless man living for free in one of the 5-star managed isolation hotels. A completely BS story, no facts whatsoever. All he was doing was trying to score political points when the whole story was false. Again, unfortunately, Todd Muller did nothing. He stood behind Woodhouse. And third, what finally brought it to a head was Woodhouse keeping secret the fact that he had also received emails from Michelle Bogue, containing confidential information of New Zealand citizens' health information. So while the media was all out there going after, quite properly, Hamish Walker, Woodhouse at first kept silent. And it wasn't until Prime Minister Ardern announced that she was going to have it investigated by Mike Heron, former Solicitor General and Queen's Counsel, that finally Muller realised it would all come out. He better tell Todd Muller. And once again, Todd didn't do anything. He should have removed Michael Woodhouse from the front bench over the story of those two English returnees. He should have removed him over the homeless story. And on this last one, Muller should have gone to the National Party executive and says, I want Mr. Woodhouse to go the same way as Mr. Hamish Walker. But he didn't do those things. And I think he knew he should have. And that's, I think, caused him such severe pressure, he turned in his resignation. So that's probably the first big decision that Aunty Jude, the Crusher Collins, has. What is she going to do about Michael Woodhouse? He has made it quite clear he has no intention of going. Well, okay, maybe he'll still stay there as a member of Parliament. But Judith should remove Mr. Woodhouse from her front bench. She should remove him as the health spokesperson. I mean, the man doesn't know much about health. He knows about political point scoring. But on health, promote Shane Retty. Shane Retty is a doctor, a real doctor, not like Dr. Clark, a real medical doctor who came into Parliament with plaudits from all around for the work he had done in the field of medicine. That's who should be on the front bench. And the other added benefit for Judith, that solves her problem of having a Māori on the front bench. And I know very well that Judith doesn't want to put a Māori on the front bench just because that person is Māori. And Shane Retty shouldn't be there just because he's Māori. He should be there because he's the appropriate person to be the health spokesperson. So anyway, those are my thoughts this morning, 24 hours after the shocking and unbelievable, without warning, resignation of Todd Muller. I wish Todd all the best. One of the great things about Todd, like me, he's an old boy of Tauranga Boys College. You know, that's the school that's got the All Blacks captain Sam Cane, the Black Caps captain Kane Williamson, the America's Cup captain Peter Burling, the greatest rower in New Zealand history, Mahi Drysdale. So Todd, get better. And Judith, well, it's battle on, I guess, and let's see what happens. Thanks for listening, everybody.